The following tools are required to install this gazebo. Insert the base into the column. Tighten the screws. Install other columns using the same method. First, insert the wires from the beam into the column and connect them to the power lines inside the column. Then, insert the screw rod on the beam into the column. Note the beam must be tightly engaged with the angle metal plate on the column. Connect the column and beam together with a nut and tighten it. Use the same installation method for other beams and columns. Connect the light wires from the beam to the power lines inside the column in sequence. As shown in the video, install the triangular support onto the column and beam. First, insert the track into the curtain. Then, insert all the power and signal lines of the curtain into the column and connect them to the power lines inside the column. Fix the track to the column. Then, insert the plastic track into the zipper fabric on the curtain. Insert the sponge into the track. Snap on the track cover. Lock the screws. Cover with the plug. Apply waterproof silicone sealant at the joints between the beams and columns. First, put plastic washers on the louver shafts. Then, place the louvers on the bases on the beams in sequence. Connect the louvers with lights using the louver connecting wires in sequence. Then, connect the louver connecting wires to the power lines inside the column. Hide all wires inside the column. Cover with the pressure plate. Lock the screws. Install the pressure plate on the other side using the same method. Connect the louver pull rod to the louver with screws. Note that there are washers between the pull rod and the louver. The screws should not be too tight or too loose. They should allow rotation without wobbling. Do not connect the fourth louver, as it will be connected to the motor in the next step. Installation of the louver motor requires the longest screw rod. Screw onto nuts. Connect the motor's expansion rod to the pull rod. Then, connect two wires between motor's power and column. Put on the motor clamping sleeve. Deciding the position of the motor base. Fix the motor base to the beam. Then, connect the motor base to the motor clamping sleeve. Lock the nuts. Tighten the motor clamping sleeve. Hide all wires inside the column. The position of the light shield is important. Ensure it does not interfere with the opening and closing of the louvers. Depending on the site conditions, the power should be connected to an air switch. Since there was no air switch at our testing site, so we link to the electric power directly. For instructions on how to use the remote controller, please refer to the paper installation manual in the box. After testing that all functions work properly, install the column and the cap.